Hello everyone. Today, if not all, at least the top research journal accepts AI written research paper. But one thing that you will have to do is that you will have to pinpoint where you used AI to write your research paper in the acknowledgement section. But I believe that someone mentioning that I have used generative AI to write this section of the research paper does not solve the problem of generative AI and research paper publication. Because today generative AI is capable enough to actually write a research paper from top to bottom. And anyone can say, okay, I have written all of these sections of research paper using generative AI. And so acknowledging that I have used AI to write this research paper does not make sense to me. And so my argument is this: we need to move from the acknowledgement to the methodological section for an author to discuss his or her use of generative AI in writing any research paper. In order to do that, I believe there are three very important aspects that needs to be fulfilled. The first is that the author should talk about which AI model did the author use. Because if the author is using a free version of AI models, it will generate fake citations and it will generate wrong information. And so by looking at a model and how the author is choosing the thinking aspect of the model, you know how good or bad the output is. The second one is that the author has to talk about what interface did the author use. For example, if you're using ChatGPT, you can go to chatgpt.com and use this interface. Or again, if you're using ChatGPT, you can go to ChatGPT Codex and use that interface. Or again, if you're using ChatGPT, you can use ChatGPT API. Now, all of these three interfaces has different capabilities, even though it is still ChatGPT. But the third and the most important one is this, that the author has to explain the process of how he or she used generative AI. Today, everyone has access to generative AI, but depending on experience, skills, and knowledge, everyone uses generative AI in a very different way. So as long as research journals fix this, there will always be a problem of AI, research paper, and publication. Because the problem with AI and research paper publication does not have to do with acknowledgement. It has to do with methodology. And this is one of the very important aspects that everyone needs to understand. If you have any questions, please put in the comment section. I'll address it in the upcoming reel.